How's it going, guys? I think I fixed my game capture. I at least I tried to fix it yesterday, so I'm pretty sure that we're good to go. Let's cross our fingers, everybody. Also, hi. How are we all doing? Happy Veterans Day if you're American. Hi Madish, hi Red, hi Locke, hi Tyler, hi Ace, Bazzer, Scotty, Bloodraven, Ace, I think I already said. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Bloodraven, thank you for the 50 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I know it's already so late, so we'll just get started. Let's just open the game. If it'll open. Please work, please, please, please. Alright, we're in luck. We're in luck. It's working. Oh, update. Got an update for. She's already tired of everything. Listen. I'm not. It's just been busy day. Long day. Got ready to bed really late. You know how it goes. You know the drill at this point. Can you hear this? Coming through? Okay, yes. Phew. Crackly? Yes, it is. It's crunchy, dang it. Okay. Trying to reopen it. Hate when it's freaking crunchy. There we go. If it'll close, please. Please, oh please. Look at Frostlass side-eyeing me. Oh, they're both side-eyeing me. Oh my god. Dude, game capture, close. I don't need you anymore. I'm good. Thank you. And look at both of them. They're like, what? That's crazy looking. Okay, I wanted to do a couple more ranked battles. Oh, wrong one. I want to get the Delphoxite and the Greninjite. Like Pokemon like trainer. You're the one spinning in circles in public. That's true. That's a fair point. It's a fair point. Heracross, Vaporeon, Talonflame. Sure. Why not? This is definitely not the current meta right now, but it's what we're gonna use. Also, guys, I just want to thank you guys so much for all of the support on my recent YouTube video where we went over all of our reactions for the Mega Evolutions. It's been outperforming like the last 10 long form videos I've made. So I'm very grateful. So thank you. Thank you for checking it out. Thanks for liking and commenting and subbing and all that good stuff. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Squirtato. Guys, I got the most beautiful triple kill. Oh. Get out of the way, Bois. I got the most beautiful triple kill ever with Bois earlier. I posted it, but I'll have to show you guys because it was just it was so nice. I awkward. Oh. No! Oh no, I didn't switch out Talonflame in time. That's a big boy. Talonflame, go! Get in there! Go! Hurry! We close combated the Chandelure. I am really good at Pokemon. I am very talented. Excellent stuff by me, truly. That Psyshock did nothing. Uh-oh. They Mega'd right then? That seemed kind of crazy. Wait. Heracross, come back. Oh, they knocked each other out? How do we get in here? We are so behind. Get him. That was good. That was good. I'm so scared of him. Get over to him. Hurry. Hurry. Get to the Chandelure, please. Dude, this mode is so chaotic and it's so fun. David, thank you so much for the 92 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, what does this mode think you're doing? This is the ranked battling system in Legends ZA. It's all the same as the real-time battles that are in the game, but it's a 4v4. I got second place? How is that possible? How is that possible? I did so poorly. I have one Mega Evolving Pokemon on my team. Okay, we should probably swap this up. Oh, I didn't do it. I just clicked play again. Nice. 2 of you tied for second. Oh, 3 of you tied for second. Oh, perfect. Good. Let's have more of that happen. My Pokemon aren't even EV trained. I'm like... We've got to be doing more right now. Also, I have found though that alphas in this mode are not super helpful because they have a way bigger hitbox. So you almost don't want... Like, they have a better stat spread, obviously. But it's almost better to EV train a smaller Pokemon in this mode. They got Pignite? What is this? Does it, why do they have Pignite? Why am I crying? What's this? Come here. Quickly! Let's go surf quickly, Vaporeon! Hurry! With haste! Beautiful. Uh-oh. I have brought 2 types that are weak to electricity. It's just not great. Okay, I got the camera up by association, I guess. Why is the Marie not targeting me? Well, also, why did they... Wait, do they have an Ampharos, a Flaffy, and a Pignite? Is that their team? That can't be right. It cannot be right. Talon Flame is so weak. I have to stop trying to make it happen. Check this out. Triple kill. Do it, blah. That was nice. That was good. It was basically that. Woke up in his face? Close combat? He's the best. Get out of our way! Fear this beetle. Uh-oh. They ganged up on me. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Dude, the Emboar Mega looks so nice. I know I said it in the last the YouTube video, not the actual Mega Reactions one though, because he wasn't in there. But in I think it was the one right before that where I did my reaction to the new trailer. That's the first time I got to see him. He's so cool. He's like a samurai. I think they made him look awesome. And I'm not the biggest Emboar fan, so take that with what you will. We've got to take another picture. Hi, Legacy. Happy Tuesday. Oh, wow. We're almost there. Oh, we did. Actually, we got it. We got the Delphoxite, so good. Good enough for me for now. This mode is just so fun. Okay. Hi, Casey. Cannot wait for you to yell at me for sending a new Digimon game. Hope you've been well. Oh, well, I appreciate the resub for 61 months, Casey. Thank you, thank you. What's the rank system? So confused. S isn't the best? No, it's Z through A. It's the ZA Royale, just like the game is Legend ZA. So A is the best. But I could see everything else, it's usually S, so I understand. Okay, we gotta go to Quizartico. See what they need. Oh, I need the Challenger's ticket. Shoot. I forgot. It's like 50,000 points. Yes, I've got to get that done. Thank you for the biddies, Legacy. Look for the Droptober stuff. Still waiting on the advanced GG. Oh yeah, I don't know when they send those out. Alola, hello. Does she have a shiny Alolan Raichu? I'm with Charge, the community to highlight Alolan Raichu and generate excitement. Our goal is to increase the popularity and the population of Alolan Raichu. Well, I say our goal, but I'm the only member of the committee for now. In any case, are you familiar with regional forms? Maybe, maybe not. Either way, here's the scoop. You know how some Pokemon's looks can be influenced by the region they live in, right? When the Alola, even the Pikachu we know are, and love evolve in a different form of Raichu. Rather than me explaining the differences, why not try comparing the two yourself? Your Raichu and my Alolan Raichu. Maybe that is just regular Alolan Raichu. It looks like extra toasted, I swear. Maybe the shiny version is lighter? I can't remember. Maybe it's just because it's in this game. Okay, what we really need to... Whoops. What we really need to do... Find a bench. And start getting our tickets. Also, for the Droptober stuff, I do have to wait till I get my Twitch payout to start sending those out. But I have them pretty much all ready to go. There's just a few other things I have to buy beforehand that I have to wait for that payout to do, so... Just gotta wait a minute. Confuse opposing Pokemon? Poison opposing Pokemon? Wait a minute. I have that knows frickin' what? That's not what we need. Not what we need. Oh, they got Toxic Spikes and Poison Jab. Oh, I do have a Raichu. Well, what do you know? Who would have thought? Okay, I bet Malamar. It's got a confusing move, yeah? Hypnosis, well... Not exactly. Not exactly, but we could give you... Poison Jab in the meantime. Wait, what about Starmie? Does Starmie know Confuse Ray? Does. Excellent. Gonna hit the building. Maybe we'll start with Beedrill. Gosh. Can you set up multiple spikes? How does this work? Well, he's not getting poisoned, he's just flying around. Well, this Gengar has Levitate? Question mark? Oh. Oh, look at that little gremlin. Okay, he got poisoned. He's on the ground. Interesting. Hello, Pally. How's it going? Is that how you say your name, by the way? I'm notorious for getting everyone's names wrong. So let me know how to say it. We did what we set out to do, though. We got poison. We poisoned them and we confused them. Beautiful. Terrifying. Oh, this is a different Hex lady. She's more purple and she's got blue eyes. I love how many variations of NPCs there are. pretty great. Scolipede might just be too strong. Yeah, we're just... Scolipede just one-shots everything. We're not... Well, I don't even have the mission to poison anymore. Use super effective moves? Fair enough. Max potions. Is that Skarmory? Less moves on opponents? Just run them both over. Ooh, shoot. The spikes. Oh. Delibird. Got one super effective move. It's gonna take a while unless we can actually find some better cards. Hello? How do I get up here? Oh, there we go. Scolipede's big stomping. Oh, she looks deranged. Why did she look like that? I need to heal up so bad. Oh, my Pokemon are so low. Oh, I just caught this Gyarados. He has no moves. Level 28. The door. Can we just... Good work, Scolipede. Fellow poison type trainer. What did she say? Order born out of chaos, victory born out of defeat. Well, alright, whatever you say, lady. Burn a poison. Okay. Are you winning? Kind of. I won my last ranked battle. That was good. We gotta get this Gyarados off the team. Hold on. I forgot we had only just barely evolved him. We can put Lampit back on the team. Do this big Kangaskhan. Grandpa. Who else can we throw on here? We could level up this Phalanx a little bit. I'm not. You're not winning? What's going on? Nice. Level 59. Oops. I've been shiny hunting Gible all day. Oh, he's pretty hard to find, huh? Because not very many of them spawn in. What is that, Wild Zone 8 or something? Dude, my Kangaskhan is so big. It's my alpha Kangaskhan. She's giant. Puncher. You even got a shiny Abra? Okay, that's pretty impressive. Honestly. That was a double knockout. Poison types are real toxic. Seriously toxic. Watch yourself. Oh, wait. They brought back this mechanic. How long is it? I haven't even realized this. Where you're poisoned outside of battle. Whoa, how have I not realized that? I would have taken one single step. This small army would have passed away. Immediately knock out unaware Pokemon. I think we could do that. So close. So close, Scolipede. Scolipede, turn around! They weren't quite unaware, but... No. Where are they? Ow! Can we hold on? Relegator, hurry! What? It cursed and fainted? Okay, well, sure, I guess. Oh. Mega Houndoom looks so good. Point blank. I feel like I could make that into a meme edit. Oh my gosh, please heal my Pokemon. I would be so grateful. A cup of burn up roast? Thank you so much. Excellent. Oh. Not the black belt on the roof. It used Swords Dance. Oh my god. Crunch them! Hurry! Thank you. Thank you. Dude, I love Scrafty. I feel like Scrafty has so much personality in this game. He's looking and holding his pants the whole time. I'll be honest, I momentarily forgot that Medicham had a Mega Evolution. I got a little confused. Another card. Alright, Scolpede, we just gotta sneak up real quiet like. He did not suspect us. Wait, change targets. There we go. Go quickly! Oh no. See, I love when the trainers square up with you. Oh. The little baby Kangaskhan. So cute. We gotta swap. What are they doing down here? This is why Steelix shouldn't be on the roof. This is... Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, my Starmie is not even an Alpha Starmie. Mega Starmie is so gigantic. It's it's crazy. How to change the view to regular view? I don't really know on mobile if it has another way of doing it. Uh-oh. I should have will-o-wisp. I think mobile it's just on the vertical view. But I thought if you change it to horizontal that it would, but I guess that it's not doing that. Gallade is going to sweep me. Hurry, hurry. There we go. Are you hyped for Mario Galaxy trailer tomorrow? Mario Galaxy trailer tomorrow? Wait, for the movie? Like the Illumination movie? Or is there a... I didn't even know that was coming out tomorrow. Well, yeah, now I'm hyped. That's very exciting. You think we can get that Manectric from here? Oh, what? Oh, but he can get me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that ball guy? Yeah. Hold on. Is that not the ball guy? They grabbed all our Pokeballs for us? I think that's him. Leandro? He's electric monotype trainer? Who'll be voicing Rosalina, I wonder? Many said it's gonna be Ariana Grande. Oh, really? That would be very surprising. I wonder if it's Ariana Grande, I'd think that she'd have like a singing part. Got a delivery for the winning Pokemon trainer, Bottles of Zinc. Uh-oh. Just don't mind us. Just look at it. As long as I stay in this interaction. It must have been the wind. The Electros just walking around. I'll take this hefty delivery of defeat and head on home. Oh, sorry, man. What's that, Electro Ball? That looked so crazy looking. Where? Camera. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Welb. Let's change some Pokemon around. How about? Oh wait, I can oh wait. Hold on. I think I should go catch another Bulbasaur. Oh, but I've got T-Tar. That's so exciting. That was him! Dude, I knew it! Thanks, man. Who knew he was freaking mono-electric? Dark type moves. Who is this little boy? Who is that? That looks like a rich kid. Yours? The rising star? Whoa. Rising star. You put the L in electric. Oh, you didn't have to do him like that. I've got to rack up more wins or I'll never get a Mega Ring. Best of luck, little guy. Little fella. Normal type moves? Oh. Ginger, be quiet. What are you yelling for? Yeah, see, this seems irresponsible. Like, we should not be having ground-type Pokemon on the roof. Okay, we're 10K away. Is this doable? Whoops. Nice. Excellent. Oh, I just went dragon. This is a horrible decision. Good, we're just gonna LOS each other the whole time? Damn it. Oh my god! She just tanked it! Oh my god, the aura. Did you see her? She wasn't even looking at T-Tar. That was crazy. Uh-oh. See, now this is irresponsible. Someone's living room, there is now a 12-foot long drill. Oh. Wow. Wait, get out of the way! Oh, I guess you're fine, Lampit. My bad. I guess it's okay. Dang. Good. Excellent. Okay, 8K, 8K. Just keep moving. Why is he peeking over the roof like that? Oh! Where did Starmie go? Oh my god. That was so lucky. I think he hit his extreme speed on this little corner of the roof. Elements. Hi, Z-Dog. One moment. Salamence looks so good. Salamence is one of my favorite dragons. Just huge fan. Dude, nice. We're getting so many medals because of all these, the connoisseurs. Gotta find another battle. Yikes. Good job, Starmie. She hung in there. What? Can't have a Tyranitar too. That's illegal. I saw your shiny Pampor in the Discord, Z-Dog. You got a bunch of shinies recently. You had the shiny Heracross too, yeah? Oh my gosh. So many medals. We're rich. We're filthy, stinking rich. Still need to fight someone else. Oh, hurry! You've Felix the Sightseer? Is he Tori? Oh. Stone Edge looks so cool. Hi, RTS. How's it going? Torpedo? Uh-oh. Did not make that roll in time. What? Did he just use bounce? Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold your horses. Yeah, I think Chomper's probably our best bet here. Hurry, hurry, hurry. No! Oh, did I do it? Okay. Sorry, I'm such heel scum. I just don't want to lose. Hello, Vern. Hope you're having a good night. Oh my god, we did it. Thank goodness. Okay, right in the nick of time, too. I don't need to fight anyone that I don't have to. Love how X-Control runs. Rough day, but I got free food. Hey, nice. Let's go over here. Oh, wait. Sorry, not nice that you had a bad day. Nice that you got free food. That sounded extremely insensitive. You're like, I had a bad day. I'm like, oh, sick. Gonna try and get a shiny Charmander? Best of luck. Only Raichu in your party? Not even just the first party member, he's gotta be the only Pokemon. Thanks, my hospital visit was super awesome. I'm so sorry. What were you at the hospital for, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to answer in chat either. You'd rather message me about it or something, but I hope you're okay. I am really sorry that you're going through what you're going through. I forgot my Raichu's gigantic because of the Alpha Pikachu. Oh. Oh no. Okay, well, we just need to move we just gotta change our moves around, that's all it is. Our moves just aren't very good. Dig is definitely the right move. Because what, Alolan Raichu is Electric Psychic, yeah? The heck's Eerie Impulse? Generates an Eerie Impulse from its body which lowers target special attack stats for a while. Heart stuff? Oh man. Sorry, Vern. Okay, let's try this. Whoops. I just protected. Incredible. There we go. That was, even though I inted, it was a much better move pool. Wait, did she just say I can't? I don't think my Alolan Raichu can use its true form without the Alolan pancakes. Do you guys know that that is the lore behind Alolan Raichu? That the reason why we didn't know about this convergent evolution is because in Alola, they were feeding the Pikachus all of these Alolan pancakes and then it evolved into Alolan Raichu? Isn't that just the silliest thing you've ever heard? Oh, we can trade? I don't want to trade this Raichu. Charge will always be here waiting if you change your mind. Well, yeah, I'll trade you a Raichu. I don't want to trade you this Raichu. I like this guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna trade my gigantic Alpha Raichu. Here we go. Oh, Fluffy? Didn't she say its name was Charge? Who the hell is Fluffy? Breeding Raichu is how we'll spread the joy of the Alolan regional form. You know, the Alolan form is lovely, of course, but just plain Raichu are pretty adorable too. Right. Did I trade her in another Alpha Did I have 2 Alpha Pikachus? Raichu and spread their cuteness all around the world. That's what Charge is about. Oh, that's for the organization she's a part of. I see. I'm getting it now. Okay, I guess I had an extra Alpha Pikachu. Oh, is that Zach the taxi guy? This is our first match? This is crazy. He's the guy that wanted to abolish everything outside of taxis. If they call me Les Z Eternal, that's because Z is the ultimate, the end to all that comes before it. Wait. My team consists of 2 Raichus right now. Oh no. Thank God it's a water type. Uh-oh. Oh, it's level 9? Well, this doesn't seem right. Look at my Raichu. Right. He snaps. My last Pokemon. This will be my Z, the final letter in my challenge against you. Well, thank goodness that this worked out. I got 50k for a challenger ticket to fight Zach with level 10s. At least Pokemon battles lend some appeal to trying over and over knowing you'll fail. Congratulations, you've now claimed victory in 1 reward match. Here's your reward. 5 bottles of calcium. Sweet. Really, thank goodness. Drop whatever you're doing right now and hurry straight to Hotel Z, like now. Oh. Sure. Not only did I get scammed over eBay this weekend, but I'm sick too. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, before I make any more gigantic mistakes, let's just make sure the right Pokemon are on our team. Alright. I want to say hi and go to bed already. Well, I hope you sleep well and I hope you feel better. We meet again. I would speak with you about Az, but words fail me. How does one speak fittingly of such a man? It's tragic that after seeing so many others to their rest, he was alone when his time came. Still, I'm glad for the conversations he and I had, however scant. Excuse me, but what did you talk to Az about? About the agony of being unable to die. About his deeds, both good and heinous. Even though it was for the sake of peace, he did build Anj. Do you consider that a bad deed? Not necessarily, though the havoc it wreaked on Lumiose is undeniable. The exact causality is unclear, but we can surmise that Anj's influence resulted in more. Wild Pokemon gathering throughout Lumiose, which led the city built for humans to become a place of harmony with these wild creatures. But now we have separated Pokemon and humans into different areas once more. I wonder, is it right that we kept each other at arm's length with these holotech barriers? Perhaps we'll find another way. I look forward to seeing what the people of the city choose. Right. So, I have, of course, come here to tell you something. I'll get to it. After you and I spoke in Lysander Labs, more of my memory returned, and I recalled the existence of 2 beings. The one that gives and the one that oh, Xerneas and Yveltal? I wish that I could tell you more. I'm sorry. For now, all I can remember are these epithets. I have more to tell you. Zygarde has not shown itself since that eventful day. I imagine it exhausted its power and now has retreated somewhere to recover quietly. You understand what this means, do you not? There are none but you who are... Wait, there are none but you on whom I can rely. That being this situation, I will leave the rest up to you. Please find the 2 I spoke of. Wait, it's still going? Yeah, we got post-game! Woohoo! What even was that? It's like that guy was trying to win a cryptic old man contest. He was winning. He didn't give you much to go on, did he? Perhaps he could learn more from the people with his connections to Team Flare? Got anyone in mind? Mabel at the Pokemon Research Lab in Grisham? At the Nouveau Cafe, I suppose? There you go. We'll be cheering for you. I love my cheerleaders. The one that takes. Alright. To Mabel. Off we go. Chisei! Oh my goodness. Guys! Chisei just did their debut with their new VTube model, and it is her birthday. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you go check out her stream. She is so cute, she's so much fun, and wish her a happy freaking birthday. Oh, Manimal, thank you for the raid as well. How's it going? What the heck? Welcome. We're just doing some post-game in Legend ZA right now. Shadow Raid, Shadow Raid. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, madam. I have been obligated to visit a hex upon you this day. I curse you with the meaningful and everlasting friendships. I condemn you to... oh no, I'm missing it. It's scrolling away. I condemn you to a life of peace and happiness. And finally, I visit you upon the malediction of an active chat and above average video games. We are here at Sinner's Habituality, initiating team building. Hope you enjoyed your magic experience and have an enchanted day. Whoa. That's a good hex. Thank you. And thank you for giving that shout out to Chisei, guys. Please, 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 if you don't know Chisei, go check them out. Go give them a follow. They are good people. Okay, let's see. We don't have a dusk stone for Lampent yet, I don't think. Let's just double check this, actually. I could be wrong. We do have one. It's huge. Oh, cute emotes. Oh, that's so cute. Stop. Okay, we got our Chandelure. Probably... if I give you like 20 of these, it's like pretty good. Yeah, of course, Chisei. I hope you had a wonderful birthday and a wonderful debut. Let's see, Mr. Chandelure, what can we do? Fire Spin, Will-O-Wisp. Let's, ooh. Smoke Screen. Got any cool TMs? So many, actually? Dark Pulse is good. Maybe we'll do Dark Pulse. Read your message, then cried, Kappa. David, when I catch you, I swear. What are we gonna do here? What do you mean? You can't be tattling. I meant on the Kudo board. Oh, I know what you meant. You did not cry. Did you really cry? Not over little old me.
Just followed.
The heck is making me emotional. I thought David was pulling my leg. I think... this is probably fine. This is probably good. I was bawling my eyes out. It sucks to be the messenger. I'm sorry, David. Do I have... I don't have Chandelure's stone, huh? Because it wasn't in Alpha Battle. Oh, Diancie. I need to get Diancie. I keep forgetting about that. We've got so much to do. I do have a Beedrill. And I have a Victory Bell. Since I don't have Chandelure. Wait, how much? Sorry guys, I've lost focus. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I have enough Mega Shards. Hold on. Let's go back. This article. Get the Chandelure Knight. He was at it for hours. We were feared she would drown. Oh my god. Feared for the tears. Poor Chisei. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, you can get candies with them too. That's nice. Power bracelets. Very cool. I'm short. 326 and 360? Maybe I'll just get the Skarmoryte and call it a day. we need to get Skarmory anyway. Hi, Tealbot. Wait. Do I have Skarmory? No. No, I don't. Okay, we have to go... Dreaded 17 again. Not short, kinda. I'm very extremely average height. I am very whelmingly average height. Now you're a tall boy. No, I just wear big shoes when I'm out. The only way I know how. We have got to get rid of these lions. Oh my god. Oh my god. Quickly, Starmie, get them! I hate this stupid Pyroar and its earth power so much. Crunched him. Oh my god. Please get away from me. I'm not here for you. I'm here for Skarmory. Oh wait, that's not the right guy. Kill him for alligator. Oh my god, why is he so tanky? Okay. You, down. Get down from there. Get down from there right now. The spikes. You hear me out? Dang it. Wait, can I... A friend ball? Wait. Listen, I just... How do I get you to be my friend? Oh no, it's pissed. Wait! Just calm down, bird. I don't know if it'll just be pissed until... forever. Until I might actually have to... No! Oh, 17 is the worst. The worst. Gotta wait for it to respawn. What does it take? It takes like 5 minutes, doesn't it? I guess we'll go to the Pokemon Center in the meantime. Did you know that Ash was actually 15 in the show by the time he fought Leon? That's good. I like that. I should also probably buy some Ultra Balls while I'm here. They just lied to us saying he was 10 for marketing. What do you mean? What do you mean for marketing? Marketing to 10-year-olds? Big 10-year-old? Yeah. Fair enough. Oh, wow. We got some money to spend. Oh, wait. Well, we got money to sell. We got both. The new kids, the parents didn't know Ash was really like 35 by now, whatever. Hey, they're not quite 35, okay? We were the same age. He can't be that much. He can't be that old. Okay, we're going up here. Gotta go. See you later, Vern. Hope you get some good rest. Hope you feel better too. Keep healing. Where the hell are these lions? Why are they not back yet? Shouldn't they be back by now? But do I have to do like the bench thing? Will that help? Holy good God. Okay, hold on everybody. Good job, Star. Oh my God, you're so cool. Oh, not the crunch. Did that bulldoze do nothing? Oh my God. Thank you. Alright. Now where's Skarmory? Guys? We all keeping our eyes peeled? Sorry, I'm the worst friend. Oh. Dang it. Trying to get this Skarmory is all. Oh my God, that was a little bit much. We did it! Yay! Yay, 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 yay. Okay. Finally! Oh my goodness. Okay. Got Buddy on the team. Okay, so now we just need to put... Oops, wrong one. Hello? Where is it? Did I not buy it? Oh my God. What's wrong with me? He's right there in the middle. Excuse me, Dedenne. Garmarite. What? I did buy it. Wait, am I blind? I did buy it. Oh my god, I absolutely missed it. That's so bad. There we go. Hello, Kenichi. Good to see you. Check this out. Oh. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. The Dene are like, oh. Oh. Come with me, friend. Crouch walk. Yeah, we're just sneaking. Just me and my friend Skarmory. I like that sometimes it'll land. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if you're inactive long enough, it will just land. I love it. I love the giant talons. Come here, little buddy. Let's go heal you up. Those water skis. True. I bet he would do great behind a boat on a lake. I can't believe I used my friend ball like that. It'd be wild of me, to be honest. Okay, let's see what Mabel's got to say about the one who takes or gives. Greedy little imbecile. Throwing even more budget at the wild zones because now they're a hit with the tourists? We can't handle that without more funding. This idiot mayor is going to be the death of me. Sure, things with Prism Tower have calmed down at last. It doesn't mean there aren't other threats to Lumiose. The signs are all there. He's always so pissed. Hi, Mabel. Everything okay? Well, look who's here, the finest researcher in the entire Mabel stable. You must have something pretty annoying to ask me if you've come all the way to my office, right? Well, Lysander did mention something. Here we go again. Even after years on the straight and narrow, I still can't escape my past. Alright, I guess I can't avoid it forever, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what I know. There's a pair of legendary Pokemon in the Kalos region. The one that takes, otherwise known as Yveltal, and the one that gives, usually called Xerneas. I know quite a bit about the two since Team Flare tried its hand at capturing them both. Listen, I'm about to share something important, so I need you to pay attention here, kid. We've been getting some strange readings lately from the wild zones around town. If I had to pose it a theory, I'd say it's almost like the areas have been bathed in Xerneas' life energy. And in every wild zone where we've detected these weird readings, we've seen a certain kind of Pokemon appearing without fail. They're alpha Pokemon, but not the usual kind. Something's not right about them. These anomalous alphas have to be connected somehow to Xerneas, to the one that gives. And if they aren't, I guess we'll have to take care of them. Alphas always spell danger. I'm sure you can tell where this is going, right? Your new research task is to catch or defeat the anomalous alphas in zones 3, 5, and 9. Now get to it. Yes, ma'am. Also, David, I don't know if you're still here or not, but did you see Mabel's face last time we did this with the camera? Let's hold. Whoops, did not mean to get Scolipede out. It's my bad. How do you... I don't remember how to get the camera out now. hell is the button? This? No. Is it this? No. Oops. God, what is the button to do it? Am I... Thanks, Mabel. So sorry. So sorry. Please excuse me. Yeah, what is the button? Aha! Okay, okay, okay. Watch your face. A little much, yeah? A little crazy. Ooh. I love her. I love her. I don't know how I would make that crazy wig that she has, but I might have to try. Because we have the same gaming chair, number one. If I figure out how to make a helmet wig, it's happening. Dude, is that Zach? That's crazy. The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. You here for another nasty drink? Rizal, I do wish you wouldn't be quite so candid in your sales pitch. What? We saved the whole dang city with her. You think we still need to stand on ceremony? So what do you want today? Same old pan chamomile tea? I want the one that takes. Ah, you speak of the legendary Pokemon, Yveltal and Xerneas. I never thought I'd have to hear those names again. Thanks for yet another reminder of the ways we messed up back in our Team Flare days. If you're facing either of those two, we'll help out. I hate the aftertaste of failure. Indeed, but if you aim to take on a legendary Pokemon, I think it'd be wise to reach out to the good people of Quizartico first. Meet us at the Quizartico Incorporated building. Discussing this further without them won't get us anywhere, believe me. Oh, hello, David Dale. Good to see you. How's it going? These two designs are great. I really like them both. Honestly, I like all of the NPCs in this game a lot. Corbeau and Lebon and Jacinth. They're just all of them. I've really enjoyed all the personalities. Wait. Oh, okay. Never mind. Here you are. We heard from Grisham that we should be expecting you. I have an update of my own. Our team's recently detected some sort of flying object approaching Lumiose City. We've since determined this object is most likely the legendary Pokemon Yveltal. Yveltal is a real nasty piece of work. It nearly took out a whole Team Flare unit on its own back when we tried to capture it to use it for the ultimate weapon. That was when it was in its dormant state, mind you. We did finally manage to contain it thanks to the efforts of our very best trainers that Team Flare had to offer, including our former admin, Malva. If our forces hadn't been so depleted by that foolish campaign, I doubt those children would ever have reached the ultimate weapon to stop it. This time, Quizartico will be stepping in to help so you don't have to end up in a similarly overwhelmed. What kind of help, Vinny? You see, Team Flare had a device that they used to train some of their team members. It was a battle simulator that could fully recreate Pokemon using holotech down to the details of how they moved and effects of their attacks. Grisham and Grizel here both experienced it for themselves, so we asked for their input and built ourselves an improved version. Yes, we had to train against such a device back then as Team Flare's future leaders. But the monstrosity Quizartico has made is even worse than what Team Flare had come up with, making it the perfect tool for which to train a great challenge such as this. Charlie, I would like to ask you to battle once more against Victreebel, Hawlucha, and Tyranitar in their rogue Mega Evolved states. The device is kept in the lower levels. We call it our Rogue Mega Evolution Simulator 3000. If you'll follow me, please. Yeah, sure, Vinny. We can set you up to battle against the Rogue Mega Evolution Simulator here. Which Rogue Mega Evolution simulation would you like to battle? Okay, we'll do Victreebel first. Oh yeah, it was me that stopped it. Oh yeah, I was the children. That's true. I should have kept Fire Spin. Massive oversight. He's level 70 now. Will-O-Wisp just is not doing me anything right now either. There's a hair on my eye. Hold on, sorry. Oh my gosh. Cinder hairs. They're in the air, they're all around us. Oh. This is gonna take me a lifetime. Actually, it's gonna take me forever. Oh. Well, thanks, David Dale. It's good to see you. This is definitely moving a lot faster with with Ice Fang. Oh no, we were in the poison. How cute are Raichu's Mega Evolutions? I really like them, actually. They've both grown on me. At first I was kind of like, wait, that just looks like Mega Pikachu. But I also kind of get it. Like, of course they would make one that's basically Mega Pikachu. I feel like that's par for the course with Pokemon. But yeah, I like them. I think they're very cute. I should have changed Skarmory's move pool before coming in here. Also, Skarmory's only level 45? gonna take me forever. I really should have just taken a moment to plan out my team better before just running in. I just figured it wouldn't be that bad. I was wrong about that. I was wrong. Crazy that Excalibur has a Mega Evolution despite it being brand new. I was actually really excited about that. I was really happy to see another Gen 9 Pokemon get something like that. I thought that was really cool. Oh, I gotta change that. This is Halloween sticker drop and it's just... It's just my Christmas skies now. Oh my god, we just barely got it to half. Good god. Wait, I feel like Scolpede's actually doing so much work. Probably because Scolpede's so over-leveled. It's actually not bad against this right now. Scolpede's level 77. There we go. Oh, not quite. We're so close. See, that Mega Horn's crazy. There we go. Oh my god. Alright, lesson learned. Lesson learned that they are way higher level now. I expected no less of you, of course. Which Pokemon would you like to take on next? I gotta prepare a little bit. That was not my best. Got him to 51. We're gonna just use the rest of those. Okay, let's look at your moves. Spikes, Iron Defense, Air Slash. Aerial Ace, probably worth. Oh, X-Scissor. Oh, interesting. Curse, Dark Pulse, X-Scissor, Rock Tomb. A decent coverage. Rock Slide too. I wonder if there's a reason Pokemon can't be transferred back to other games after being in CA. The 100+ stuff they're doing. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't really know. It does seem kind of interesting. Okay, we've got ground, dark. I wonder if I should... I feel like X-Scissor doesn't really help me that much. Because if it's a grass type, I obviously already have a flying type move. If it's a dark type, which would be kind of random, that'd be helpful. Dark or psychic. But I already resist psychic because I'm steel, so I don't know. X-Scissor does just make sense with your big talents. It's just a strong move. Maybe I'll just keep it anyway. Why not? Why not? Okay, shoot. So I started stream really late today because Ray didn't go to bed till late, but it's already midnight for me, so we gotta wrap it up anyways. But I appreciate you guys being here. We're continuing our story a little bit. We had almost 2 hours. It wasn't too bad. We made some progress, I think. But I hope you guys have a really good night. And I will probably be live either tomorrow, if not, definitely Thursday. So, oh, and there's the new, what was it? The Poketopia, or Pokopia, I can't think of what it is right now. The Ditto game has a trailer Thursday morning that I'm gonna try and stream and record for YouTube. And I'm very excited about that. I also just recently dropped a new video on YouTube. It was all of my reactions to the Mega Evolutions. I'd really recommend if you guys can click on it and comment or something for the algorithm. I'd be so grateful. But have a great night, everyone. I will see you later. Goodbye.